Hello, welcome to my channel. We're just going to get another general message from Spirit and see what comes out today. Thank you everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Welcome to everybody who is new. If the video resonates with you, I'd love if you would subscribe as well. Please remember these are collective. You can change the gender roles as you need to and only take what resonates for you and your story. Judgment. King of Cups. Nine of Cups. I'm hearing that song, You Are My Sunshine. The Devil. Knight of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. The Hierophant. The Lovers. I heard good versus evil. Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like this King of Cups person, I feel like he has been either himself watching you in some kind of way, or somebody around you knows this King of Cups person and has been talking about you to them. I feel like you're in this energy here, Queen of Pentacles. See how happy she is? It's just like super joyful, really beautiful energy. It just feels kind of like super in flow, like not really allowing anything to bother you, just feeling really good lately. I feel like that's your energy here, and I feel like it's attracting a lot of attention from a lot of people, right? So I feel like with the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, and the Devil, I actually don't feel like this is necessarily negative energy. I just feel that it's a little bit of like obsessive in the way of people being extremely attracted to you right now and wanting your attention and wanting to be in your energy. There might be some energies around that have less than pure intentions. I'll just say it like that. But it doesn't really feel super negative or actually toxic energy necessarily. But it does feel like there's a lot of people who have eyes on you at this time. I feel like this King of Cups is seeing that a lot of people have eyes on you at this time, and it's putting them into a very impulsive energy here with this Knight of Swords. This person wants to be in a relationship with you. This person has decided that you are their perfect person, that they want to be with you and you should be with them, that you guys would be like this perfect, beautiful couple, right? That's what this person has decided for themselves. But this person hasn't come forward. I feel like when the Wheel of Fortune came out, I actually saw somebody like slamming on the brakes. So this person considers you to be their Nine of Cups here, their wish fulfillment, right? But they're like behind this Wheel of Fortune energy where something has forced them to slam on the brakes and they're not able to come forward for some kind of reason. Spirit, what is the reason that's holding them back? Yeah, they feel that you're their Ten of Cups. What is the reason holding the King of Cups back? Eight of Cups, I heard travel. Okay, some more. The Sun. So maybe this person is at a distance from you at this time and they're not able to come forward, and it's like in the meantime, like before they're able to leave, this is giving me like catch a flight energy, especially since it's a travel and he's got his backpack, he's like walking away. I feel like this person is like, I don't know, something is holding them back where they can't come forward yet, and it has to do with them being at a distance from you and they're not able to leave whatever they're doing, but eventually they are going to be able to catch this flight and come towards you, and this is their hope, right? The Ten of Cups, they're wanting to come together and have a relationship with you, but this energy is going on like in between. So like this is what they're wanting and wanting to happen and wanting to come home to, right? This is them coming home to you. But in the meantime, this is like the meantime, this is all happening before this will happen, right? So this person is getting, I feel like they're so jealous right now, because you're being approached by people, because you're super happy, because I feel like you're not even, I don't know, it doesn't feel like you really even have this person on your mind. I feel like you're just in your own energy. I feel like you're in flow. I feel like you're happy. I feel like you're doing things that are that bring you joy, like your favorite things, your hobbies, like doing things that just fill your own cup. I feel like that's your energy. That's where you are. I don't feel like you're really even connected to this person that much. I mean, I feel like you guys know each other, but it doesn't really feel connected. There definitely feels like this separation energy, and there definitely feels like a gap between you and this person, like not somebody that you would text every day, not somebody that you would see every day, but you know of each other kind of thing. And this person is in love with you, but I don't feel like they've told you that either here. That's another reason why this person is so jealous. It's because you don't know how this person feels about you, but all of these people are approaching you wanting to be with you as well, but this person knows they can't come forward yet because something is holding them back, behind this breaks energy. They're doing something that is keeping them away from you at this time, and for whatever reason they're not able to fly home to you yet, but at some point I feel like this is what they're waiting for. I'm seeing like a clock, and I'm hearing like the ticking. So this person must have a time frame in mind where they're able to come forward, but while they're waiting, they're getting told that you're super happy around a bunch of people, all these people are approaching you wanting to be in your energy, and it doesn't look like you're waiting for them. Can I get some more on this person? The Star, I heard center of attention. The World, I heard everybody wants you. So this is what's in this person's head, is their jealousy is like eating them alive. I feel like, yeah, Three of Swords. Their jealousy is eating them alive. Whoever is the in between person coming and talking in this person's ear, like that sees you, or that knows you and knows that you're really happy and sees all these people approaching you. Whoever is telling them this information, I feel like they're almost at the point where, like, I heard, I'm not going to do it anymore because this person is just getting upset, right? It's like they're breaking their own heart, because it's like, I feel like this person, I don't know, it does kind of feel like they've asked this, I'm just going to call them their friend, okay? It does feel like they've asked their friend to check on you and to kind of like let them know what you've been doing, just because they're not in, like, they're not around you, right? So they're curious about what you're doing and what you're up to, how you are, and what they're being told is that you're being approached by all these people. You seem super happy. It doesn't look like you're waiting for this person. So it's putting this King of Cups into the Three of Swords, which is, I don't know. What do we need to know about this person? Four of Pentacles. I heard wait for me. Two of Cups. How does my viewer feel about the King of Cups? Page of Wands. I heard just say it already. Strength. The Magician. So I feel like the Fool. High Priestess. I heard I already know. The Ace of Cups. Two of Wands. 2-2. So you're extremely high vibrational. You're extremely intuitive. I feel like you can, with this I already know energy, I feel like you already know how this person feels about you, even though they haven't come forward, because you've tapped into their energy with your intuition. I feel like you've been waiting for this person to come forward. I feel like they haven't done it. Like I said, I feel like there's a separation. I feel like this person hasn't communicated to you. They haven't said like, I'll be home at this time. Like, I can't wait to see you. Like, there's none of that energy here. It's just like a complete cutoff and a complete cutoff with this like gap in the middle, because this person is holding it all in. It's like they're it's like they're waiting to say everything until they're back to wherever you are, which I feel like your energy is kind of like, just say it already. Like, it could be a conversation, right? Even if you guys are at a distance, it could still be a conversation. I feel like that's where your energy is, but I don't feel like this person is on the same page as you. I feel like they're waiting for this moment where they can like be in front of you. They can show up and have a conversation face to face. I feel like they don't want to do it like over text or over excuse me, an email or a phone call or something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like this person wants to stand in front of you and reveal all their feelings for you, right? Excuse me. But I feel like you already know how they feel. So I feel like your energy is just extremely frustrated. Like, just say it already. We could be like together. We could be moving forward. We could be working on this. But you're not doing anything, right? So I feel like that's your energy with this person is you're frustrated and you're not waiting. And that's why I feel like you are feeling happier and freer and more in flow because you release that energy from them, right? You're no longer waiting for this person, I don't feel like. I feel like you're just enjoying yourself. I feel like you're in flow. I feel like you're doing things that make you happy. I feel like maybe you are talking to new people. Maybe you are exploring, getting to know someone else, right? um, which is, yeah, you're right, which is keeping yourself high vibrational. It's not going to keep your energy at its highest potential when you're waiting for this person all the time, right? So I feel like there's just a lot of energy where this person, like I said, they're behind this energy here where it was like someone slamming on the brakes in a car. But it's like your side is like, okay, just take your foot off the brake and come and talk to me. Like we could be moving forward. We could be at the next stage of our of getting to know each other, right? If you would just stop holding back and open up to me. So I feel like your guys' energies are in two different places, like completely. I feel like this person doesn't, I don't know. I feel like they're very stubborn, and I feel like they have a plan, and I feel like they want to stick to that plan, and I feel like they have had this plan for a really long time, so they don't want to like make any changes to it, right? And they know that you're frustrated. They know that you're waiting, and now they know, or they know that you were waiting for them to talk to you. And now they know that you're not waiting for them anymore and you're talking to other people. So I feel like there's an energy, this person is in this Three of Swords. They're feeling very sad and upset and extremely jealous. But I mean, that's their own doing here. They're not making any movement, and it's not for you to sit around and wait for somebody. You got to do what's best for you at the end of the day, which I feel like you're doing. I feel like you're staying in flow. I feel like you're doing what you want to do, what makes you happy, which is where you're supposed to be, right? You're not supposed to be waiting around for somebody. Even if you do have strong feelings for this person, it's still going to lower your vibration if you're in the energy of waiting and not in the energy of flow, right? So I feel like you've made a choice here. I feel like you've moved on from this person, at least in the physical. Maybe your heart is still, has a spot for them, but I don't feel like you're focusing on that. I feel like you're focusing on you, which is the best thing for you in this scenario. And whatever the repercussions of that is for this person is something they're going to have to deal with, because it's the consequences of their actions, right? They're not doing anything. That is the action they're taking. They're choosing to stay still. They're choosing not to talk. They're choosing not to do anything. So they're choosing to watch you walk away. And they have this grand plan, but I don't know. It doesn't really feel close at hand in this energy. It feels like it's still at a distance, like that the energy of taking a plane and coming back to where you are, it doesn't really feel urgent. The energy feels unsure on it, almost. It's like yeah, just like unsure. It doesn't feel solid. It doesn't feel solidified. You know what I mean? Like maybe they have a plan, but I don't feel like they've set the date for their flight. You know what I mean? It's their plan to take a flight home, but I don't feel like they've made that plan yet. Like I don't feel like they've booked a flight. So there's an energy of still it being up in the air, right? Which again, you're not going to wait around for this person, and they know that. So they're in this Three of Swords energy, kind of just wrestling with all their feelings and having to watch you walk away, because they're choosing to be stubborn in this plan. It could be something that they, a message is a message. It could be a hi, maybe get the conversation going, but I don't feel like this person wants to deviate from the plan that they have in their mind. So, like I said, I feel like you've moved on here with the Two of Wands. You're facing a different direction, and maybe you are waiting for this person still in the back of your mind, but at this time, I feel like you're choosing you and kind of, I don't know, maybe getting to know other people around you in your environment. And, it's breaking this person's heart, but that's not your problem. It's whatever is best for you at the end of the day. And I feel like that's what you're choosing. Anything else? Four of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Justice. Empress, Ace of Swords, King of Wands, the Moon. So with the Four of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, I feel like this person, they feel like, I feel like this person is extremely worried. I feel like this person I don't know. It's kind of a strange energy because they're being extremely stubborn, but they also know that if they were not able to come forward and have this work out, that they would be devastated, right? So that it seems that common sense would tell you that you need to compromise a little bit here, but it just doesn't feel like there's any compromise in this person's mind when it comes to coming forward before they have their plan in motion. With this moon energy, it just feels like holding on to the truth, like standing in the background, like being really, this is giving me super stubborn energy. It's not giving me warrior spirit. It's not giving me like fired up energy. It's giving me like super stubborn energy. Like, no, I have a plan. It's gonna go my way. It has to play out in this way because I've planned it for so long and I've had it in my mind, and this is how it's gonna be, right? But at the same time, like look how in this card she's bigger than him, like the size difference. This person knows you're not going to wait around for them, right? This energy of you being bigger is you being more you having a higher vibration of them. Oh my gosh, your energy is at a higher vibration than them at this time. Like they're not at their highest vibration. They're in this energy of being super stubborn and like holding back for ridiculous reasons. There's no compromise in this energy. They know what they want. They know they're about to lose you, but they're still not doing anything because they want it to happen in their way. But they also know that you're not waiting for them. I don't know. This is a super strange energy. It's like back and forth. With justice being here, I feel like they know that it might not be enough. Like I feel like this is an energy coming from you where you're just like it just feels over it. It doesn't feel like you're even wanting this person necessarily to even come forward. Like maybe just to hear them say it, but it doesn't really feel like an energy of you wanting to be in a relationship with them anymore. Like I feel like there was a time where you, like I said, you were waiting. So I feel like you did want to have something with this person, but because of how things have been playing out, because of how stubborn they've been, because of the non-movement on their side, I feel like you've disconnected to the point where it's not something that you really are holding on to as much as you used to. And like I said, I feel like you're exploring your options, talking to new people, and I feel like it's making you happy because it's forward movement, right? It's not feeling stuck anymore, waiting for this person. It's like getting to know somebody new. It's like exploring different things, right? Like just following whatever makes you happy, staying in flow instead of in this frustrated energy with this person. So I feel like this person actually is going to have kind of a rude awakening if and when they ever come back to talk to you, because it definitely feels like you've disconnected. I mean, this person is holding on tight, but they're also holding to you, but they're also holding on tight to this plan, and it just doesn't make sense in this energy. It's very it's very confusing energy from this person because, like I said, they are in love with you. They want to tell you this. They want to tell you that you are their wish fulfillment, that they want to build a future with you, that they don't see anybody else being their perfect partner, right? But they're also in an energy of equally being stubborn and not wanting to move, and like just not wanting to bend in any way, right? Like I said, I feel like I just keep seeing the word high in my mind like flash up. So it's like send the high, right? Like get the ball rolling. It doesn't have to start with I love you, right? I feel like there's an energy of there has to be a conversation before that happens anyways, right? So why not just have the conversation, get the ball rolling, get to know each other better, and then when you are able to fly back to wherever you are, this person, then the deeper conversations can happen. But it's like this person isn't willing to bend on this plan, which, I mean, it's understandable why you walked away. This person's energy is extremely frustrating for me as well because it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, anything else? Ace of Wands. Three of Wands. Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. Page of Cups, Three Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is your energy. I feel like you are in this energy here. This Ace of Wands, Three of Wands. Like looking out to the future, starting something new, getting excited about like meeting new people here in this night energy, like having fun. This feels like having fun. With the Page of Cups and the Three Cups here, this feels like just, again, having a good time, like going out with friends, exploring new things. I heard a museum. So, like, it doesn't even have to be like going out on dates, right? It could just be like hanging out with friends and like doing new things, like exploring your town or, doing something fun in that way. Like, I heard coffee shop. Just anything, right? Anything new. I feel like you're just going along with that energy, staying in flow, following your happiness, trying not to look back at this situation because, at the end of the day, we can't sit in wanting something from someone, right? Whatever they're going to do is going to be their choice. Everybody has free will. So we have to choose for us what makes sense in our day, what brings us happiness and joy and keeps us high vibrational. And I feel like that's what you're choosing here. I feel like this person, their energy is extremely frustrating. I don't know. It feels completely behind that breaks energy. It doesn't feel like there's any movement there. Like I said, they do have a plan, but it doesn't feel like it's solidified. It's just a really stubborn, I don't know, strange energy because this person, they're terrified of losing you, but they're not doing anything. So, I mean, that's on them. Anyway, I feel like Spirit wants you to stay in this energy here. I feel like Spirit wants you to continue to follow your happiness forward. Do whatever comes to mind when it's like exciting, right? Like you think of something, oh, that would be fun to do, and then go do it, right? Like follow that joy. Get out there and explore. So let's get some oracles. Passion, insane chemistry, sparks and having fun, equal interest, burning desire. Yeah, like I feel like this is the energy that Spirit wants you to focus on. Focus on your passions. Focus on things that are bringing you joy and are fun for you at this time, right? Get to know somebody, or hang out with your friends and go try something new, right? I feel like Spirit just really wants you to stay in that passion energy, and to not look back right now. So, even if you do want this person to come back around, that's fine, right? Like, but in the moment, in your everyday, I feel like Spirit wants you to stay focused on you because you can't control anybody but yourself, right? Like this person, they're in a really weird energy, and they're gonna have to work through that and make some big changes if they want your time and attention, right? So I feel like Spirit really wants you to focus on you, and try not to think about this person at this time because they have a lot of work to do on themselves and this situation. Just focus on what brings you happiness, and get to know new people if that's something that you like to do. Go hang out with your friends if that's something like what you like to do. Whatever it is, whatever is fun for you in the moment, I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to do. So I hope that resonated for you. I hope that brought you some clarity. Please like, subscribe, or comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you later.